Yes, Ms. Sophia, unmute and good to go. Unmute.
A very good morning to all our dignitaries here, faculty and delegates who are present here to attend the first ever organized virtual international conference on the advances in health economics and outcomes research. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Department of Pharmacy Practice, NITTE deemed to be university, has collaborated with ISPOR in order to put forth a conference of such magnitude. We have arranged a panel of renowned international speakers who are sought after experts in their respective fields to share their valuable insights with all our registered delegates. And we hope that each of you present here will have a very practical and knowledgeable experience over the next 2 days. So, without further ado, I would like to take this time and request our leader and principal, Professor and Dr. C.S. Shastri, who needs no introduction, to share his valuable thoughts and a word of encouragement to all our participants. Over to you, sir.
Unmute, sir. Unmute, sir.
Yeah, but the sir will raise the curtain first, or you expect me to introduce first and then proceed?
Introduction, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it's a great honor to be a part of this wonderful event today. Respected Pro-Chancellor of NITTE deemed to be University. I also see the presence of our Honorable Pro-Vice-Chancellor Dr. M.S. Muditaya, eminent researchers and scientists from India and abroad, learned delegates, my dear colleagues, and very, very dear students. It's indeed a great privilege to welcome to this 2 days, I think it is 2 days seminar, International Virtual Conference on Advances in Health Economics and Outcome Research, organized by one of the dynamic department of our college, that is Department of Pharmacy Practice of NGSM Ministry of Pharmaceutical Sciences, which is a constituent college of NITTE deemed to be university. In fact, since the COVID-19 outbreak, the Pharmacy College has organized 4 international conferences, and we are lucky to organize one actually physical conference just before the impact of COVID, that is in February, in a huge magnitude. And of course, later after that, 5 international conferences we have organized so far. That shows the dynamism of my colleagues of the different departments. Having said that, I'm really elated and happy to welcome our own dear Professor Shantaram Shetty, who is the Pro-Chancellor of NITTE deemed to be University. He will be delivering the inaugural address. The students, the faculty, and for that matter, the people of Mangalore or South Canada needs no introduction of Professor Shantaram Shetty. The very presence or his voice will be known to all the people across this place. However, we have many people who have joined us from all over the world. There are distinguished speakers from US to Malaysia across the spectrum, and also many participants from various universities. So I'll do a small job of, I may not be doing a complete job of introducing Professor Shantaram Shetty because it is just impossible to introduce him completely. And he is an orthopedic surgeon of international repute and was a visiting professor in various universities in the United States, in the UK, Germany, Netherlands, and also various universities in India. Of course, he has been a teacher of par excellence because I am associated with this institution for last 10 years. I missed no opportunity to listen to his lecture right from the day I joined this group of institutions. As a dean of the medical college, KSEC, the Medical Academy, he is instrumental in bringing up into a institution of national repute. The college is, I think, within 30 rank in India. And also later on, he became the Vice Chancellor of, the first Vice Chancellor of NITTE deemed to be university. Now, if the university is within 500 in top 500 universities in the world and 74 in India, it is because of the foundation and the fundamentals, strong fundamentals, what Dr. Shetty has created during his tenure as the Vice Chancellor. He has been a teacher, excellent teacher, and motivated thousands of students for last 30 to 40 years. And he is an honorary fellow of Royal College of Surgeons of England, recipient of a prestigious Karnataka State Rajyotsava Award, And in fact, for us, more than all these awards, he has been a real mentor for each one of us. He is a guide, he is a philosopher. I know by my personal experience, I'm telling he is a person who can motivate the people to excel in their particular sphere. And he is a doctor who the patients really worship and who believe that just a touch of Professor Shetty will cure them. That is so the way. And in fact, it does happen like that. With this brief introduction, and it's a very small introduction, sir. Excuse me. I warmly welcome you to this international conference.
Thank you very much.
The coronavirus has caused a lot of miseries, lot of difficulties, and maybe a lot of death also all over the world. But of course, we should see the better side of this coronavirus. It has also taught us how to make the best use of adverse conditions, finding opportunities, and newer possibilities. In pre-COVID era, the conferences like this, organizing a conference like this would have taken a lot of resources, demanding huge finance, time, and connectivity was very difficult. Now, of course, the people can come together virtually and share their knowledge without worrying for the resources and finance or tedious travel across the world. Otherwise, how my friend Uday would have able to bring together all these people from US to Malaysia, Saudi, and I see from Canada also some of the distinguished professors have joined. So friends from different continents are here. I was really impressed to see the presence of Dr. Sandeepan Bhattacharya, who from the University of Texas in Austin. And he will be talking to us about the real world evidence in health economics and outcome research, and role of importance of case reports in drug discovery research will be spoken by Dr. Sai Krishnagudi from University of Manitoba, Canada. And also we have Rajesh Talamparamat from Johns Hopkins Almaco Healthcare from Saudi Arabia. He will be talking about the medication safety in pre-operative and procedural areas. And Uday, we have also Amarjit Singh here, right? And he is from QAnon Medical Center and Pharmacy, and from Canada again. He will be talking about one of the very important areas for, especially for the students, community pharmacy practice in Canada. And we have our own friend who has been with us, Rajesh Balakrishnan, the growth, who will be talking about the growth in health outcome research, how it is likely to be affected by COVID. I see the presence of Sandeepan here. Welcome to you, Sandeepan. I can see you in the screen right now. Welcome to you. I am Dr. Shastri from Pharmacy College. And we have our own Anil TM speaking to us on pharmaceutical care, need of the hour from Kuala Lumpur. He is a professor in International Medical University in Malaysia. And also from DuPharma LLC Dubai, Dr. Mukesh Kumar will be speaking on patient-reported outcomes. And to cap it all, we have got our own person, Major Dr. Shivkumar Hiremat, the medical superintendent of our 1,200 bed hospital, Justice K.S. Charitable Hospital. And he'll be talking about the missing middle during pandemics and economics of investigational therapy. And this is what he's going to do. And at the valedictory ceremony, I think Uday, you have called Professor Ganachari from Belgaum KLD College of Pharmacy. One of the interesting things, sir, for all the audience who are listening to me, are the organizers have tried to make it as virtual. I mean, less virtual and more important by including the oral presentations, and also I think you have got poster presentations. And I think Uday has cleverly planned to bring in people together, more people together to discuss, and they are here as the moderators. Not only moderators, they will be giving input. We have got Dr. M. Ramesh, the professor from JSS College of Pharmacy, Mysore. We have Prasanna R. Deshpande, assistant professor from Pune College of Pharmacy, Pune, and Dr. Manthan Janodia from Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Science, who is a professor in the Department of Pharmacy Practice. Then we have got Dr. K.V. Ramnath from Dayanand Sagar College of Pharmacy, Bangalore, and Dr. Krishna Undela from who is assistant professor in NIPER in Guwahati, and Dr. A. Nagesh, Professor of BIPS in Kakatiya University, Warangal. It's a wonderful set of people who are there to deliberate on the speeches, what will be delivered by this eminent person. And it's a good idea to initiate e-poster also there. That I think in this virtual conference, they are going to have e-poster also. And Dr. Kiran SS from Government Medical College, Kannur, Dr. G.R. Saraswati from MS Ramaya College, Bangalore, Dr. Dilip Krishna, Associate Professor from College of Pharmacy, Wayanad, and Tarachand Lalwani, Assistant Professor, KB Birla, KB Institute of Pharmaceutical Education Research from Gandhinagar, Gujarat, Shivraj DR from Siddhaganga College of Pharmacy, Tumkur, Dr. S. Bhavya Sai from Assistant Professor from Narsaraopet Institute of Pharmaceutical Science, Guntur, and also Dr. Abbasi Yasin from Prince of Sangkla University, Thailand. These are all the people, I mean, they have been put in different roles, but I'm sure who are going to make this international conference really a productive one. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of NGS MIPS and on behalf of NITA University, a very, very warm welcome to you all. Some of these speakers must have joined. I can see only Sandipan here, other speakers are not present, but nonetheless, you are very, very cordially invited and welcome to this virtual conference, which is of 2 days duration. Normally people go for 1 day. Uday was a little bit more ambitious. He has made it 2 days. It's a wonderful initiative from you, Uday, and your team. We are also, I also take this opportunity to welcome the distinguished delegates. My own faculty colleagues must have logged in. Some of them must have logged in. And more than that, all the students, student delegates are here. I welcome all of them. I am confident that this 2-day deliberation will bring out some concrete proposals in the area of health economics and outcome research, and also throw some light how the entire education, the healthcare profession and healthcare services can be made a little bit more affordable and economical. I think these are the things what they will be speaking across the thing. So thank you very much, Uday. I should thank you because you are the person for last couple of weeks running around to bring all these my friends and learned colleagues from across the globe together. And yes, we should thank COVID also because this has become much easier for us to bring people here together. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult to bring people like Sandeepan from Texas. I'm sure that you will share the same sentiments. So that's how it is. And welcome to all the gatherings. Welcome to, if I have missed anybody, I apologize, but welcome to everybody. I'm sure that 2 days of deliberation will give us a lot of input to take home. And one last request with Uday. I see a large number of people, more than 15 people from different places, different cadres are here, and we should continue to keep these contacts. And I'm sure that Sandeepan and others will agree with me that it should be only the beginning, it should not be end, we should take it beyond. Thank you very much and welcome all of you. Thank you. Over to the next person, sir, for the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that elaborate introduction. I think our principal has done a fantastic job in giving an exemplary introduction to Dr. Shantaram Shetty. So, sir, it is now time for our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Professor and Dr. M. Shantaram Shetty, who has always been a strong pillar of support in all our endeavors, to deliver the inaugural address and declare the conference open. Sir, you could take over.
Thank you very much. Namaskar. Namaskar to each one of you.
Sir, I request you to launch digitally. So just say, go ahead. We'll digitally organize, inaugurate.
Digitally press the button and inaugurate the conference.
Yes, sir.
For all of us. Thank you. Oh, that's great. Fine. Keep it on.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Namaskar, each one of you. Our esteemed principal of the pharmaceutical sciences, Dr. Shastri, his colleagues in different departments, the esteemed speakers from different parts of the world, especially Dr. Bhattacharya, Dr. Saigudi, and Dr. Rajesh from Saudi, and our own Pro-Vice Chancellor, whom I see there, Dr. Pudikaya, and all the participants, the faculties, and ladies and gentlemen. I consider it indeed a privilege to have been asked to inaugurate this very important conference on advances in health economics and outcome research. I repeat, the conference on advances in health economics and outcome research. This is a great word, and this has been brought together by the HEOR, the International Society for Pharmacoeconomics and Outcome Research, and our own NITE University and the Department of Pharmacy Practice and the Pharmaceutical College itself. It's a great effort, and I congratulate Dr. Shastri and his whole team, and also the Pharmacy Practice Department with Dr. Uday and Dr. Gino for getting all of us together here. It was great to note that HEOR, the international body, is in New Jersey, and it has nearly 21,000 members spread over 110 countries, working on the health research, especially related to pharmacological research and outcomes. Pharmacological research and outcomes. Outcomes are so important in every aspect of research today, and I'm indeed happy that our university in particular and the Pharmaceutical College have joined together to bring out this concept of outcome research. All of us will agree that pharmaceutical industry today is a multi-billion industry. Next only perhaps to finances, next only perhaps to real estate, next only to perhaps the oil industry. But this industry is competing with all the other industries. But the basic difference between all those industries and this industry is the fact that this industry relates to the health of individuals, health of a country as a whole. So I feel this industry is much more important, not only economically, but on all aspects than any other industry in the world. Dr. Shastri mentioned about the problems of pandemic COVID-19. COVID-19 in its own way has shown how vulnerable we are as human beings. A single small virus, which was reported way back on the 17th of November in Hubei province and traced to the Wuhan wet markets, today has resulted in a pandemic to almost every country of the world. It has shown the vulnerability of human beings, vulnerability of the research workers, vulnerability of the ego of the biggest of the countries to show that very little we can do under these circumstances. So it is a challenge to the human mankind. Take the vaccines. It was Pfizer, then it was Moderna, then it was Oxford, then it was Sputnik. Each one reported initially as 70%. And today, just last week, everyone comes and tells that it is up to 90, 92, 94, and even up to 95%. So it is important that this research is so important for the survival of mankind itself. And I'm indeed happy that our university and the college in particular has grouped together internationally reputed speakers like Dr. Saigudi, Dr. Badr, who is going to speak on the safety aspects. Why I mentioned about the difference between other industries and this industry is, and the pharmacy in particular, it is safety which is important. Safety and safety and safety. And this Canadian, Dr. Sai is going to tell all of you what safety measures will have to be taken. And it is very important because what is important is primum non nocere. If you cannot do any good, if you cannot do any good, at least do no harm. And I'm sure Dr. Sai will really relate to the safety aspect of pharmaceutical research all over the world. We have Dr. Bhattacharya from Austin, Texas, who will be talking on the outcomes and the real work, real world evidence on outcome research. Yes, everything is evidence-based today. Without evidence, there is so much of, yesterday I was just watching the TV, there was so much of galata on Ayurvedic and allopathic medicine. We do not understand. I just wanted to tell the Ayurvedic people, it's a great science, but show us the evidence. Evidence is paramount in our everyday life. So Dr. Bhattacharya, in his own inimitable way, is going to tell us about not only the evidence, world evidence, but also on the outcome research. What is why are we fail in our everyday life, in our research is the outcome part of it. What has happened to the outcome finally on that research? This is where we have failed, and I'm sure Dr. Bhattacharya will tell all of you that what is the outcome research and how to work on outcome research. And I see Dr. Rajesh from Saudi Arabia, who is going to talk to us on perioperative protocols. As a surgeon, I do understand how important is the protocol basis, not only perioperative, but preoperative and postoperative phase. As a surgeon, I just want to tell you in one of our conferences, just simple antibiotic protocol for operated patients we were discussing. And everybody agrees, as is the protocol today, that you just give an injection perioperatively and perhaps either on preoperative or postoperative. Everybody raised their hands, yes, we are doing that. But I heard two of the surgeons sitting beside me, I give it for 7 days, another said I give it for 2 weeks. Because of the fear of infection. No, the protocol, once it is devised and it is evidence-based, has to be followed all around the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm indeed happy that the Pharmaceutical Sciences College and the Department of Pharmacy Practice has brought in not only these three speakers, but an era of great speakers, not only from different parts of the world, but the country as a whole. I congratulate you, and I'm sure at the end of 2 days, you'll go back enriched on different aspects of pharmaceutical research and what to do and most importantly, what not to do. Finally, my little appeal to the younger generation here is, gentlemen who are below 40 or 45, my appeal to each one of you, do take research very, very effectively and in a concrete place. What we have lacked in our country is research-mindedness. What we have lacked in our country is the whole, in the history of mankind, there is one Nobel laureate who's got a research Nobel laureate in science was Dr. C.V. Raman. Whether it was Hargyo, Govind Khurana or Venkat Raman, they had to go across the sea to get that Nobel Prize. So my appeal to the younger generation is work, whether this is now is the platform for you to see that our country forges ahead in different aspects of research. Nitya University or various universities have given the platform to you, and use it and let us march forwards very firm in our faith, sustained in our confidence in the will of God and promise of men like you to lead our country to a great country. Finally, I would quote the great words of Veda, Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu, Ma Kasit Dukh Bhak Bhavi. Let nobody let all be happy, let nobody be unhappy, and let nobody be sick. And let us all live together as a great nation and a great world together. Thank you very much indeed. I wish all of you a great conference and deliberations for the next 2 days. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those words that I think can only come with age and experience. Those were really practical experiences. Thank you, sir. It is our privilege to have you here. And I want to take the next few minutes to hand over the mic to Dr. M.S. Moditaya, sir, our Pro Vice Chancellor, who spearheads the administrative activities of our institution. So we are delighted to have you here. And talking about my experience with sir, I think the reason I'm here with all of you today is because of the approval of Dr. Moditaya, sir. And I had an interview with him, and I know how the importance that he gives to research, the importance he gives to his faculty, leading research in the most qualitative manner. So sir, we are delighted to have you here, and we really want to hear from you.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm extremely happy that during these difficult times, our pharmaceutical college has been organizing many innovative kind of programs. I must congratulate the principal and all the faculty members for organizing this first international conference. And I must also, thank all the participants from, especially the speakers from the different universities, because you have shown that if you are very focused, you can bring the scholars from different parts of the world together, and these difficult times can be a big opportunity. And I wish that you will continue to associate with these great speakers, and I wish that someday they will come to the campus, they will interact with our students more, and our effort to start and sustain collaborative research with these great scholars would become a reality in the days to come. I'm really grateful to Professor Shantaram Shetty for an excellent speech. I have been listening to him. I have nothing more to add, because he is not only a thought leader in amidst us, and also an action leader, both as the Pro-Chancellor and as the first Vice-Chancellor, first Dean of the Medical College. He has been guiding us. It is most apt that Dr. Shantaram Shetty has inaugurated this conference, and whatsoever he inaugurates, he starts, would make a great, certainly will do well during these 2 days. And I'm quite confident that our students, our faculty members, and all other stakeholders would benefit from this conference. I wish this conference all the best.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. So it is now time to release the e-souvenir for the conference, and I request Dr. Shantaram, sir, to take over the proceedings and release the virtual e-souvenir.
I'm indeed very happy that a souvenir has been brought out. A souvenir depicts what has been done and what should be done, and the thoughts of different people. I have great pleasure in releasing this souvenir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all the dignitaries, our honorable faculty who've been present here for our inaugural session. And with the release of the e-souvenir right now, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. All the best.
So with that, sir, without further delays, we would like to move to our first speaker. Our first speaker for the day is Dr. Sandeepan Bhattacharjee, hailing all the way from Texas, Austin. I think all our dignitaries